Hello YouTubers, Evan Parker here, just south of Des Moines, Iowa, Summerset Lake. It is October 30th, 2010, about 11 o'clock in the morning, about 55 degrees out, which is great for Des Moines, Iowa this time of year. Just thought I'd take you out on the lake here and show you what it's like. Up ahead here and to the right, you see these hills. This used to be a coal mine, and this lake is just a flooded coal mine, basically, is what it is. Pan to the right a little bit so you can see those hills, and see those over there. That's all coal, or the waste of what they dug up when they were getting the coal. This was all 100 years ago. It hasn't been a coal mine since back in the 20s, I believe. The Department of Natural Resources, I think, filled all this with water. There's areas that are super deep, I guess over 100 feet deep, and there's actually old strip mining equipment that's buried under all the water here. When they filled it with water, they found it was too expensive to get the equipment out first before they filled it with water, and none of it had any oil or gasoline or anything like that, and it was just, you know, the rusty skeletons of the coal mining equipment. So they figured might as well just go ahead and leave it down there before they filled it with water. But great bass fishing in here, and that's what I'm doing today. But I just thought I'd kind of show you around the lake a little bit and see what it's like. Paddle up here ahead, and then I'll take a right turn here. Make sure we get a good camera angle there. Beautiful weather for Des Moines, Iowa on October 30th. This time of year, usually we can have freezing rain, snow, cold temperatures, but being in the 50s is just fantastic for Des Moines, Iowa this time of year. Get up around the corner. They used to call this Banner Pits, and I think it was Banner Coal Mine, and then everybody just called it Banner Pits for forever. But the DNR thought Summerset Lake sounds a little better than Banner Pits, and I think I agree with them. There's also a winery just to the south of us here. I'm between Des Moines and Indianola right now, and the winery is very close to us here, and I think that's why they went with Summerset Park, Summerset Lake, because of the winery. It's Summerset Winery, and they make some pretty awesome wine for around here, and it's become kind of a tourist attraction. Come some people out on a boat right now. Not too busy here today, just I think it's just myself and this one other guy is the only ones that are out here today. But there's all kinds of little finger lakes here. Let me turn us to the right here so you can see one of those finger areas. We'll even go down one just to show you what it's like. But there's all these little finger areas that go out everywhere, which makes it an interesting lake. You can spend a lot of time out here going up and down all these little finger lakes. So it's pretty interesting. It's not that big of a lake, but with all these little areas that go different ways, it makes it pretty interesting. Let's see if I can get us through here without hitting anything, and without hitting the camera especially. Let's see if I can get over to the left a little bit. Okay, back to the right. There we go. I think we made it okay. All right, and here we are then in one of these little finger areas, and there's just dozens of these. And they open up into areas where there's deadfalls on the sides of the lake here, where there's just bass everywhere. This time of year, of course, being October 30th, I'm probably not going to have a real good day fishing, but a great day kayaking. And that's why I'm out here. But this is just one of those little finger areas. I'll turn us around and go back to the main part of the lake, and maybe I'll catch up with those guys that just put the boat in. I was talking to them on the shore here about a half an hour ago. They were waiting for the guy to show up with the boat, and they were going to do some crappie fishing, which is also pretty good out here. But I like using the topwater lures for crappie, or for bass fishing. And what works pretty good out here usually, I'm using these Rapala shiny minnow here, and it's a floating minnow. I like using all topwater stuff at this lake. I've got a little cup here where I put lures in that I plan on using during the day. I've got my main tackle box, of course, in behind me in a milk crate, but the things that I plan on using throughout the day, I'll put them in this cup. And I use this cup because I've got Velcro on the bottom. The other half of the Velcro is on the boat. And that way, if I get into some wind or something, I know that cup isn't going to blow away. It just sticks right down on the Velcro and holds itself down. So I'm going to get myself back out of this little finger lake here and get back through onto the main lake and see if we can talk to those guys and see if they're going to be catching any crappie. Maybe we'll get a few on film.